Hey, you're in time for the Handshake here on New Vision TV. I'm Lynn Komjisha and I'm joined by Paul Busharize. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So finally, the government has decided to enhance public servant salaries. Of course, this comes after a spate of strikes from all corners. And we talked about it some time back. Well, I think this is every other public servant is going to have to come up and say they want an increased salary. I mean, it's been long overdue.
No, absolutely, it's been long overdue, and even now the government can't enhance the salaries of all the public workers. So they're going to phase it over, I think, three phases. It'd be interesting to see how long that takes. But just to show you how long overdue it is, when you have to quadruple doctors' salaries, it means what have you been doing all this time? It goes back to the analogy of boiling the frog. You know, if you boil water and you throw the frog in the hot water, the frog will jump out quickly. But if you put the frog in the cold water and you put it on a burner and the water heats slowly, the frog might not realize that the water is getting too hot because it will be adjusting. Similarly, I think obviously in hindsight, we're always wiser in hindsight, but obviously government should have been phasing through some increments every year, so it wouldn't have been as dramatic. There might still have been strikes, but better to be increasing payroll by 10% than by quadruple. That's just... It's
just too much.
Yeah, it's just too much.
I don't know what this means for our budget.
Well, it's going to be very tight. It's going to be very tight. But I was one other thing also, and I think it can still work, is that remember last week or so, Internal Security Organization came out with a report showing expenditures in government.
Yes, yes.
And it showed that there was a lot of duplication. There's a lot of allowances have exploded out of out of all proportion. So I think accompanying this salary enhancement, and I don't know how they did it without the other one, they should do a study of government and rationalize, remove jobs or functions that are totally redundant, merge others.
I think they said they would merge agencies
and they need to do it systematically. So hopefully the savings from that can help
cater
with this.
For this.
Yes.
Oh, man.
That'd be useful.
I really hope it works for them, because we have seen a lot going on with strikes. There's still people on strike right now.
Yeah, well, the judicial officials have suspended theirs, seem to have come to some arrangement with the government. So hopefully that thing. But also another thing that's happening is, if government get control of it, is corruption. At one time they were saying that Uganda loses about 500 billion shillings a year. That's from the budget. In corruption. Other people who know better say that's just it's even little. It's an underestimation. So imagine you could save, or you could bring that under serious control. You have all money to go around.
To cater for these people. I think, well, they have valid reasons they put forward, but we have the highest corruption cases around. We keep, going down.
But I think it's getting better. Actually, the joke was that all these strikes are on because some of these civil servants don't have money from other sources. So that's why they have realized, hey, but my salary is too little. Where am I? So maybe that's also proof that something is happening.
Oh, well, I hope something good comes out of all this, and hopefully we can manage, like the budget really can, take off all this burden. Well, thank you, Paul.
You're welcome.